"Get out of here and wait outside. You don't belong here." The voice was cold, sharp, humiliating. As the rain tapped across the private terminal's windows, Ava Sinclair, calm, confident, and black, stood frozen. The lounge attendant, her voice rising with disdain, pointed to the exit. "I'll call security. People like you don't fly on jets like this." What the attendant didn't know was that Ava owned the entire airline. Ava Sinclair, founder and CEO of Stratus Air, had just returned from closing a multi-million-dollar sustainability deal in Europe. She wasn't dressed to impress, just in a sleek coat and designer heels, ready to relax before her flight. But as she approached the executive lounge at Silver Coast Airport, she was stopped cold. Jason Myers, the lounge manager, looked her up and down with narrowed eyes. "Ma'am, this lounge is for elite passengers only. Can you prove you belong here?" Without a word, Ava handed him her platinum membership and boarding pass. Jason squinted at them under the light, then sneered. "These don't look real. You'll have to wait outside while I verify." And so, in the cold rain, Ava stood, while white passengers walked right in without question. Minutes passed, then 20, then 30. Finally, Jason returned. "You can come in," he muttered, "but we'll be watching you." Soaked but silent, Ava stepped in, head high, dignity intact. What Jason still didn't know was that the woman he humiliated signs his paycheck. Inside, Jason whispered to staff, "Keep an eye on her." And as Ava sat quietly in the corner, something deeper burned in her. This wasn't just personal, it was systemic. But Ava didn't lash out. Not yet, because she knew something they didn't. The real storm was only just beginning. Later, as Ava approached her private jet, a second insult was waiting. Emma Carroll, the head flight attendant, blocked her path. "Sorry, this is a private aircraft. You're at the wrong terminal." "I'm on this flight," Ava said, calm as ever. "Check the manifest." Emma scoffed. "Flights like this cost upwards of $80,000. People like you don't just show up here." Her voice dripped with condescension. Passengers stared. Ground staff turned away. Ava raised her phone. "Hello, connect me to Damien and the board." Emma's confidence faltered. "Board?" she whispered. Jason had just arrived at the tarmac and joined in. "You need to leave now." Ava's response was ice. "I own Stratus Air. You're about to lose everything." Jason laughed nervously. "She's bluffing." Then the phone buzzed. A voice came through, firm and urgent. "Ava, it's Damien. What's going on?" Ava stared Jason and Emma down. "I'm being denied access to my own aircraft by employees too blinded by prejudice to recognize their CEO." The silence was deafening. Jason paled. Emma stepped back. Ground crew murmured. Pilots glanced at the manifest, and their faces dropped. Sinclair, CEO. Everything collapsed. By the time the executive convoy pulled up minutes later, it was over. Damien Price, COO of Stratus Air, stormed into the lounge with legal and HR in tow. "You humiliated the CEO of this company," he said coldly. "You'll explain yourselves right now. Emma trembled. Jason stammered. But nothing they could say would undo what they'd done. Ava simply watched. She didn't need revenge. She needed change. And that's exactly what came next. Stratus Air launched a full internal review. Emma and Jason were terminated on the spot. New policies were rolled out across the company. Training, transparency, accountability. Ava didn't just fight back. She transformed the culture. Because injustice only wins when good people stay silent. And Ava Sinclair refused to be silent ever again. So tell us, what would you do if you were in Ava's place? Would you have the strength to stand up, not just for yourself, but for everyone who's ever been overlooked? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to hear more powerful true stories that inspire justice, courage, and hope. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.